Hey guys, just popping in real quick. I had a random thought when I saw this picture on Twitter, and so I just wanted to share it with you guys. I don't know if this is a novice realization that I've had or if I'm on track to something that maybe doesn't get discussed a lot, but I was on Twitter and I was looking at a picture that Sky Jackson had recently uploaded. And when I look at a picture, I see it as art, and so I critique it as an art piece. So if ever you're curious why I may not like your photos, and or if you're ever wondering like what I look for in a picture, it really has to grab me in a way by either the person's essence just that day and you know what spirit that they're in, or they just look really good, and or just in composing the picture itself and the creativity that goes behind those who actually take the time to curate a setting for the picture. Like, I look at all of that before I agree to, like it for whatever reason. So, anyway, she posted a pretty flawless picture. Her edges was laid, and it sparked my interest of knowing like what zodiac signs do I feel have to play a part in your composition in order for you to have like a good grade of hair. And when I say good, I mean as far as having like thick, full, lustrous hair, and really it came down to the fire signs for me as fire queens. But if you think about it, and this is why I don't know if this is like a novice thought and it's like, duh, girl, you should have been knew this. But Aries is the zodiac sign that is associated with the ram as far as an animal in the animal kingdom. And Aries rules the head. And so it wouldn't be unlikely that those with prominent Aries placements will be born with a head full of hair. And it also wouldn't be unlikely that the texture of hair is more cotton so than silky. Because if you think about the ram and the climate that they live in, it's a cold environment for the most part, I believe, right? That, or is it Capricorn? Because I know Capricorns, they're mountain goats. I don't know where the rams live, but I feel like it has to get cold just for the fact that it is imperative that the ram have like a thick coat of hair to survive colder climates. So, yeah, when you think about the texture in and of itself and just the fact that one has thick hair, it makes sense then with Aries, right? Are we on the same page? All right, let's jump to the fifth house because we're leaving the first. Fifth house, you have Leo, the lions, your majesty, very majestic. You think about the lion's mane and just how wild and carefree it is. So it wouldn't be unlikely if you have prominent Leo placements that your hair is going to be more lustrous. It's going to have more luster to it. And there's going to be a certain vibrancy in the color of your hair. Okay, there's going to be some sort of shine or reflection that comes off of the hair. Gold is the color that's associated with the zodiac sign of Leo, if you didn't know. And so people with prominent Leo placements, I'm sure they go through a phase if it's not something that they continuously choose when they get their hair done, because Leos are a fixed sign. But it's not unlikely that they will get honey blonde hair or highlights, or go for blonde, whatever's in that realm. Also with appearance in and of itself, how they love gold jewelry, anything that's real gold, or will try to implement that color as best they can without being tacky in their wardrobe. So makes sense for Leos, right? And then we go on to the ninth house with Sagittarius. And Sagittarians are the centaurs. And the closest animal to a centaur is a horse. And you know that most people, when they want a horse, they want it most likely for show purposes to win competitions. Like that's where show pony comes from. And so it wouldn't be unlikely then for somebody with prominent Sagittarian placements to have long, thick hair. Okay, or always want to be cognizant of their appearance for the reason of the show pony, So edges will always be laid, might have a preference to ponytails as a style over anything else. That just came to mind too. Don't know if there's like any truth in that. But that's what I was thinking about, y'all. So let me know if that makes sense, if this already exists. With me, I like to sit on a thought and express it either just by myself or as I'm doing like with this camera first before I try to find any knowledge behind it, so that my opinion is pure. You know, it might be flawed sometimes, and I'm okay with that. Like if I'm completely wrong and you're an astrologer and you come across this channel and there are other placements that I need to be looking more heavily into, more so than just like somebody just having really prominent Aries, Leo, or Sag placements, let me know. I'm open to learning, you know. But until I get to that point, I like to think conceptually for myself, because I feel like these days common sense is so uncommon, and people would rather take the easy route of just knowing that a solution is available to them by means of a book or a quick internet search, you know, ask Google, and don't really take the time to be introspective at all, and or to be a little bit more philosophical. And so I try to make that a point to do, which is, again, what this video is, before I look it up. So I'm about to dig deeper because now I'm curious to know. But yeah, if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Share it with other people as well. You might know somebody that is similar to me, that sparks up just random conversations about silly stuff like this that just kind of makes you question things a little bit more. Share it with them so that we can chop it up in the comment section below. If you want to add to this conversation, definitely hit me up in the comment section below. If you're interested in getting a reading, I am still open and available for that. Or if you're wanting to learn more about astrology, degree theory, houses, like what I'm even talking about right now, I will make a course available to you, or just provide a video that's a little bit more informative. Or if you live in the Dallas area, could be open to meeting. But if you're interested in that type of connection and engagement, then hit me up in my email, which I will leave in the description box for you guys. Didn't want you to think that I'm not still doing readings. I just wanted to provide other material also in the meantime, and something where you can also see another side of me, so you don't feel like all I do is read cards all day, because that would be a false perspective to have of who I am and the other activities that I involve myself in. So I'm very human. I spend a lot of my time doing very normal things. Like I'm waiting for the family Chantel to come on. It's gonna be lit, because those families are a mess. Pedro and Chantel's very interesting to watch from a psychological perspective. That's what I have my degree in, for those that might be curious as to like what my background is. Might be your first video. Welcome. But yeah, it's very interesting to watch like their engagement, their interaction with each other, and those that exist outside of what's familiar to them, and how similar it is to just how everybody else moves, because there's a pattern in everything. And so I'm very pattern oriented, and I like to find them. So it's interesting. But yeah, this is what I be doing in the meantime. I be having thoughts like this, and I'm just glad that I'm taking the opportunity to get them out and do something that's a little bit more spontaneous with my channel, because when I'm uploading the readings, it's something that's very precise in the fact that I know what day I'm uploading, like what sign is associated with that day, and it's something that's a little bit more planned and a schedule or robotic than this. So I just like to switch it up, y'all. I have to. But yeah, share with other people. Hit me up if you're interested in other services, again. But be expecting that there's going to be a monetary exchange for those services, but we can talk it out. But if I don't hear from you, then just take care of yourself and your soul until you see me again. Ciao.